This is IFV, the web space with your dose of business and financial news. In full view, we're making your business our business.
Welcome to In Full View. I'm Marcella Palmer. We're bringing you the week's medium and small business news from Nunu Chocolates in Brooklyn, New York. The perfect place to be as the worldwide holiday of Valentine's Day quickly approaches. More on that in a moment, but first our top story. President Obama's Jobs for Small Business 2010 U.S. tour continues. Tuesday, the president detailed his State of the Union proposal to promote lending by community banks of at least $30 billion. This reworking of an idea proposed back in October targets banks with less than $10 billion in assets. The administration says these lenders dedicate the highest percentage of their loans to small businesses in their communities. Unlike October's proposal, this plan would be separate and distinct from the Troubled Assets Relief Program. Congress would instead create a separate program and transfer into it $30 billion in repaid TARP money.
The small local banks that work most closely with small businesses, they usually provide them their first loan. They watch them grow through good times and bad. The more loans these smaller banks provide to credit-worthy small businesses, the better deal we'll give them on capital from this fund that we've set up. If you combine it with my proposal back in December to continue waiving fees and increasing guarantees for SBA-backed loans, all this will help small banks do even more of what our economy needs, and that's ensure that small businesses are once again the engine of job growth in America. Now, I'm convinced we can make that happen.
Republicans sour on the plan say the return TARP money should be used to pay down the deficit, estimated to reach a record $1.6 trillion this year and $1.3 trillion next year. The sweets, flowers, and jewelry might be a bit more modest this coming Valentine's Day here in the U.S. This year's National Retail Federation Spending Survey suggests that dollar-conscious couples plan to spend almost 6% less on gifts for one another. That's on average about $63.34, down from $67.22 last year. However, market research firm IBISWorld anticipates a 3% increase in overall Valentine's Day spending. We spoke with two New York sweets makers undeterred by this unforgiving economy due to their passion for creating confection perfection.
I went to a library, got a bunch of books, and came up with a carrot cake 22 years ago playing in my kitchen. That must have taken a year and a half if I got the right ingredients.
Armed with her perfected original carrot cake recipe and encouragement from family and friends, Jackie Water was ready to tantalize the public's taste buds.
And friends kept telling me, Jackie, you've got a great product, why don't you get it out there? I said, but who's going to buy it? They said, well, we'll even buy it. So my friends and family started buying my cake. Next thing I know, I was getting orders from their friends. So I said, you know what, let me try it as a business. So my brother-in-law, being an attorney, he said, Jackie, why don't you just do it the right way? I'll do the LLC for you, and we'll do a business. And I started in 2007.
Today, Jackie's moist carrot cakes are gracing some well-known tables.
NBA buys my cakes for all their meetings. NBC has bought them several times for parties they've had. They've been in Grace's on 72nd Street, a couple of restaurants.
Jackie's second year in business was a busy one. She sold about 230 cakes, an increase of nearly 119% over 2007. And as 2009 financials have yet to be finalized, she expects to gross approximately $32,000 in sales. She's even caught the eye of Whole Foods with her brand new gluten-free carrot cake.
I see a market out there for what I have. It needs to be out there. There are great cakes out there. Believe me, they are. But I've got something that is just unique.
Her sweet baking success is just one on her list of accomplishments. Jackie Water was a successful fashion model appearing in TV commercials, print ads, and on the runway. She modeled with Cheryl Tiegs and Twiggy through Ford, Mannequin, and Francis Gill modeling agencies. She even sold shoes at high-end retailers. But her greatest accomplishment, surviving breast cancer twice. Chemotherapy and radiation treatments were tough on her.
At one time, on a third treatment, I told the doctor that I was not going to take any more treatments. I didn't care if I died because it was so rough. And then he said, Jackie, that's not you. Please come in and see me.
But Jackie didn't give up.
I've been cancer-free on my left breast for 11 years, my right breast for 8 years. You know, it's gone right now. So I'm a happy survivor, very happy survivor. Yes.
From cakes to candy, here's more from Nunu Chocolates.
I'm Justine Pringle.
And I'm Andy Laird, and we're the owners and creators of Nunu Chocolates.
It's a term of endearment within Zululand for children. But since we created this shop, we've met people from all around the world, South America and Eastern Europe and everywhere in between, even Sri Lanka, and people, well, in Sri Lanka I think it's a bit of a bad word, but in all the other countries it is a term of endearment. So I actually have no idea where it comes from. To me, it's a South African term of endearment.
I'm a musician, and we were trying to come up with different ideas of things to sell at my shows that wasn't typical merchandise like a concert shirt or a CD, and I think it was the first thing that we thought of. We were like, what about chocolates? You know, everyone loves chocolate. So we make everything right here, right in Brooklyn. And I'm kind of packing up the boxes right now. We're at the last phase.
I think we have 11 flavors in total. I think I counted that at the moment we're selling to 23 different shops. Most of them in Brooklyn, but some in Manhattan. And then we sell to a couple of shops in Massachusetts, California, and North Carolina.
For the run of, say, Thanksgiving to Christmas, we do the Union Square Holiday Market, and the volume there is just incredible. So that in itself is a major aspect of our yearly income. We could make more there than we would in 6 months of the shop business. This last season, we sold out there 4 times a day, every day for the last 3 weeks of it. It runs about 5 weeks. We get a lot of sales online through our website. It's kind of from all over too. We haven't started shipping to abroad yet, but we do get a lot of orders from Florida and California and Texas and kind of all over the U.S.
While Nunu Chocolates and Jackie's Carrot Cakes prepare for the upcoming holiday, Ibis World believes consumers in the U.S. will spend their money at restaurants rather than retailers this year because the holiday falls on a Sunday and is in the middle of President's Day weekend. That's all for this week from the IFV News team. Thanks for joining us from Nunu Chocolates in Brooklyn, New York. Be sure to check back every day right here at ifvnews.com for the latest on what's happening around the globe in the medium and small business world.